In this Shopify review, I'm going to spell out all the key pros and cons of this popular e-commerce platform and help you work out if it's the right solution for your project. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Matt Walsh from Style Factory. At Style Factory, we review and compare leading e-commerce solutions to help you try to find the one that meets your needs best. Over the years, we've also built a lot of Shopify stores for clients, so we have a deep understanding of how the platform works and what its key strengths and weaknesses are. And in this video, I'm going to spell out these strengths and weaknesses in a friendly, jargon-free way. Please feel free to leave any thoughts of your own or questions you may have in the video comments. Let's kick things off with a look at the key reasons to use Shopify, and then I'll move on to the key reasons you might want to avoid it. 1. It's easy to use. Shopify is in general an extremely easy to use, intuitive platform. No coding skills are required to use it, and its learning curve is gentle. As long as you have basic computing skills, you should be able to build a store with the platform without difficulty. And because Shopify is cloud-based, you won't need to install any software to use the platform. If you have a web browser and access to Wi-Fi, you'll be able to build and manage your store from anywhere. 2. Its themes are attractive. Shopify's themes are professional in appearance and, unlike the templates provided by more general website building tools, place online selling firmly at the center of proceedings. Because of this singular focus on e-commerce, you can arguably expect more conversions from a Shopify theme than one from a competing platform. 3. It's a particularly good solution for dropshipping and print on demand. Dropshipping is a business model where you sell products without keeping any of them in stock. You simply take an order, send it to a supplier, and they deliver the goods to your customer. Shopify is arguably the best e-commerce platform for merchants who want to dropship, because there is an enormous range of dropshipping apps available for it. These let you sell a huge range of goods from a huge range of suppliers. It's also an excellent choice for print-on-demand applications, because it integrates very neatly with all the major print-on-demand services too. Printful, Printify, Spod, and Guten all work extremely well with Shopify. If you are interested in dropshipping with Shopify, it's worth noting that there's a special Shopify trial available for dropshippers, one that gives you access to extra resources for starting a dropshipping business with. I've put a link to this in the video description. 4. It's great for point of sale. Point of sale features let you sell not just online, but in physical locations too. Retail outlets, market stalls, events, and so on. Not only does Shopify give you excellent point-of-sale features, but it bundles them with nearly all its plans, even its competitively priced basic one. A really wide range of point-of-sale hardware can be used with the platform too, all of which is easy to order via a dedicated POS hardware store. You'll find a few links to some important Shopify POS resources in the video description. I'd encourage you to check these out if you're interested in selling with Shopify in physical locations. 5. It's superb for selling internationally. Shopify is a brilliant choice for selling internationally. Its excellent Shopify Markets feature makes it incredibly easy to sell using multiple currencies, multiple languages, and multiple domains. When set up correctly, Shopify Markets does a lot of this for you automatically. Even in 2024, many of Shopify's key competitors don't let you sell in more than one currency at a time, so this aspect of Shopify is worth flagging up as a key advantage of using the platform over others. 6. It automates tax calculation. One of the key challenges of selling online is that you can end up making sales in places with different tax rates. This is something that you have to reflect in the pricing of your products. Thankfully, Shopify applies the correct tax rates for a lot of countries automatically, and unlike competing e-commerce platforms, is particularly good at meeting the EU's complex requirements on applying VAT to digital products. 7. It gives you access to a huge range of apps and integrations. Of all the online store builders we've tested to date, we found Shopify's library of apps and integrations to be the largest. Over 8,000 apps are available for the platform, letting you easily extend the functionality of your store in a huge number of ways. Okay, so those are some of the key reasons that you might want to use Shopify. Next, I'm going to look at the key reasons why you might want to think twice about the platform. But before I do that, I want to invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notifications bell. This supports our work and will give you easy access to all our Shopify resources going forward. I'd also encourage you to check out the video description. This contains links to special, extendable trials of Shopify, along with some important resources about how to use the platform effectively. Right, let's move on to some of the downsides of using Shopify. 1. Its product option limits are ungenerous. Shopify is a lot more restrictive than other platforms when it comes to product options. You are currently limited to using just 3. So if your products come in lots of shapes and sizes, you might need to think about using a different platform or paying extra for a Shopify app that lets you create more options. 2. You can't always avoid transaction fees. You can avoid transaction fees with Shopify if you use its built-in payment gateway, Shopify Payments, but this isn't available in all countries. And although there are lots of third-party payment gateways available that you can use with the platform, doing so typically means a fee of between 0.5% and 2% being applied to each of your sales. 3. The app costs can mount up. Shopify's wide range of apps is one of the key reasons you might want to use the platform over its rivals, but it's also an argument against doing so. On the plus side, it means that you have a fantastic range of options for adding functionality to your store and integrating it with other tools. But it also leads to a lot of situations where getting the features you need involves installing a paid-for app. Adding features like product reviews, cookie consent banners, additional product options, and file upload fields will often involve buying an app. This will in turn increase your monthly costs. 4. The range of free themes is quite small. Although the free templates that are on offer from Shopify are very good and very e-commerce focused, there aren't that many of them, just 12 in fact. This compares negatively with the other ranges of free themes bundled with other platforms. And although you can extend your theme choices in Shopify by paying for a premium theme, these are expensive and can add significantly to your startup costs. 5. The drag and drop editor could be better. Although Shopify is in general a user-friendly tool, letting you create and manage product catalogs with ease, its drag and drop editor for designing pages could be better. Rather than letting you edit individual pages and posts, it lets you design templates, which then house content that you enter into an old-fashioned what you see is what you get editor. This is a bit confusing, and other solutions, notably Squarespace and Wix, give you drag and drop tools that are considerably more straightforward to use. 6. You have to be careful with product images. A slightly odd quirk of Shopify is that when uploading product images to the platform, you have to ensure that they all have the exact same aspect ratio. If you don't, your site can look really messy. 7. POS can get expensive. Although you can do a lot with the built-in Shopify point-of-sale functionality, if you want to sell in more than one physical location with it, you'll need to pay quite a lot extra every month for a Shopify POS Pro add-on. This lets you use POS in multiple locations, add unlimited members of staff, and unlock a lot more features, but comes at a price of $89 per location per month. Okay, so that's our take on the key pros and cons of Shopify. But as part of our research for this review, we approached some other Shopify users to get their views on the platform too. Here's some of what they had to say. First up, we spoke to Ian Clifford from djtechreviews.com. His take was as follows. I have used Shopify to build several successful e-commerce stores. Its ecosystem, functionality, support, and ease of use make it fundamentally so much better than any of the other options. In terms of the downsides of Shopify, I find the site editor a bit harder to use than I'd like, and setting up on-page SEO is not as straightforward as in WordPress. Next, we spoke to Liz Jones of ziggy'sgiftshop.co.uk, who had this to say. We've been using Shopify for around 5 years now. For the most part, it's easy to use, reasonably priced and reliable. It's been quite straightforward to set up. However, when it comes to POS, we have had issues with updates running when we were trading, occasionally leaving us unable to take card payments. This resulted in some lost sales. The art rock band 5 Grand Stereo, who use Shopify to run their online store, made the following observations. On the whole, it's a great solution for selling our merchandise, and it's particularly good for bundling physical and digital products together. I'd like to see a better site editor added to Shopify, however. The way that it works is a bit strange. Other than the homepage, it doesn't let you edit individual pages, just templates. We worked out what to do eventually, but it took us longer than we'd like. Let's wrap things up now with a quick summary of our take on Shopify and an overall score. Ultimately, Shopify is one of the best hosted solutions for those wishing to create an online store, and arguably the best for anyone who wants to use one product to sell online and in a physical location. It's also an extremely good solution for users who want to dropship, run a print-on-demand business, or sell products in multiple currencies. In terms of its key downsides, these include the transaction fees for using third-party gateways, limited product options, a slightly fiddly drag-and-drop editor, and the small range of free themes provided. Overall, we'd award Shopify a score of 4.5 out of 5. It's definitely a platform you should consider seriously to build your online store with. And that's that. We hope you've enjoyed our Shopify review, but there are lots more pros and cons of the platform to discover, so do make sure you read our full Shopify review, which you'll find on the Style Factory website. There's a link to this in the video description, where you'll also find free trial links and other useful Shopify offers and resources. Before you go, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell. And finally, if you have any questions about Shopify, do leave them in the video description. We read them all and will do our best to help.